from non-profit organization chapter, that is a receipts and payment account of the format. Okay, in this non-profit organization there are somewhat various receipts and payments. Okay, that is maybe either it is a cash receipts or through check also. Okay, that is also is okay. If it is any amount received by check also, it comes under receipts. That is only the key point in this. And so receipts and payment account, it shows that whatever it is the receipts in this current year, how much we received amount. Okay, how much we received amount for the year. Okay, for the year, that is only the okay, that is only the main key point in this. Okay, that is also is one of the main key point in this. So either it is the, that means either that is a receipt of last year's one. Okay, actually that is the incomes of last year's one or next year's one. If it is received in this current year, if it is received in the current year, okay, that is a receipt you should be shown in current year. Okay, that is also, that is only the receipts. Okay, receipts. In maximum non-profit organizations, okay, it should be prepared the receipts and payment account. What is the amount received and what is the amount expended to somewhat expended to somewhat activities. Okay, these are the ones should be prepared by every non-profit organization. Okay, so in this receipts and payment account, what are the receipts and what are the payments? Okay, maximum you know that. So that is whatever the incomes received or capital received, that is a recurring nature of the receipts and non. As per this is the receipts and payment account, the receipts may be capital receipts or revenue receipts. Okay, capital receipts, revenue receipts. If it is a capital receipts, okay, the capital receipts means that is a sale of fixed assets. Sale of fixed assets means land and building, furniture. Okay, and that is a somewhat okay, fixed assets. Okay, machinery, vehicles. Is there any fixed assets sold, fixed assets and received amount? That is comes under sale of, that is comes under capital receipts. Okay, next one, capital receipts. Also it is called as also, that is uh, donations also. Okay, that too specific donations. Specific donations received. Specific donations received. Okay, so specific donations received. Okay, that is a specific purpose. Okay, it is in the capital nature of the receipts. Okay, so that is the reason it is comes under capital receipts. Is there any revenue receipts? Revenue receipts means that is a receipts. Okay, that is a receipts. It is revenue recurring nature of the, okay, recurring nature of the receipts. That is recurring nature means again and again we received again and again in every year. That is recurring nature of the receipts. For example, rent received. Okay, rent received, commission received, commission received. So next, locker rent received. Okay, sale of scrap, like this type of receipts is called as revenue receipts. Okay, it is not any capital nature of the one. Anyhow, whatever the receipts, you should be debited to receipts and payment accounts. Okay, receipts and payment accounts, that is we should be started with balance brought down. Okay, receipts and payment account is started with the balance brought down, cash in hand, cash at bank, and subscriptions. Okay, subscriptions, you know, okay, already we discussed that. That is members of the organization. Okay, any member of the organizations is from members of the organization is periodically received amount is called as subscriptions. Next, general donations, specific donations. Okay, specific donations means For example, if you are received 1 lakh rupees, okay, if you are received 1 lakh rupees, then this is the 1 lakh amount you should be spent for. If it is a general donation, if it is general donation, this is the 1 lakh of the rupees we can be spent for any purpose. That is only the general donation. But if you come to the specific donations, that is a donation amount, okay, that is a donation amount specific, okay, specified whatever the specification of the one, we should be utilized for the purpose of the one only. For example, donations received for cricket kits, okay, cricket kits. Cricket kit means whatever the cricket kit, okay, the whatever the for example, specific donation received 1,50,000 rupees, okay, and that is a specified for cricket kit. These 1,50,000 rupees should be utilized for the purpose of purchase of, this is the cricket kits only, that is the bats, balls, pads, okay, and so and so on, wickets, okay, like that one only. So which cannot, okay, this is a specific, if it is a specified donations, that is a specified donation amount we cannot utilize for any other purpose, okay, so that is only called as specific donation. For example, in this current year, it is specific donations, received 1,50,000. That is only the receipt of the one we should be debited to receipts and payment account. Whatever the donation received here, that should be debited to receipts and payment account. Okay. Next is sale of newspaper, sale of periodicals, sale of parts, materials. Okay. From material, any parts. If you are, okay, sports material, that is sports material. Next, interest on fixed deposits. Next, interest on investments. Okay, dividend received, locker rent received, sale of scraps, proceeds from charity show, and miscellaneous receipts, and government grants also is comes under receipts, and legacies. Okay, legacies also, it is receipts. Legacies means it is amount or somewhat, okay, received from non-trading concerns as per will, actually received amount, okay, received amount or received amount from deceased person, okay, from deceased person, that too, okay, amount received from a deceased person as per will, as per will of a will of deceased person, okay, as per will of a deceased person. That is, a will means here it is a documentation after the death of that is a particular party, okay, that is a person, whatever the assets is transferred to, okay, if he has written of the documentation, that is a will, if he written that his assets, if it is transferred to okay, this is a non-trading concern business, okay, that is only the, here it is called as legacy. Okay, the deceased person has written documents, so after his death of the death, so that is his assets is transferred, okay, to non-trading concerns, that is called as, that is here we can call as legacy. Okay, legacy is a non-recurring nature, okay, legacy is a non-recurring nature. Okay, so legacies we should be, it is a receipt to the organization, then it should be debited to receipts and payment accounts. Okay, next, that is sale of investments, sale of fixed assets. Next, life membership fees, entrance fees, receipts on account of specific purpose funds, okay, specified funds. This is also capital in nature. And to interest on specific funds. Next, interest on investments. Okay, interest on investments, interest on specific funds investments. Okay, whatever it's on. So that is only the receipts comes under receipts and payment account. Okay, receipts and payment account. And if you come to the payment side, then balance brought down, that is the opening balance. Is there any bank overdraft? Okay, here debit side balance brought down, opening balances of cash in hand, cash at bank. But credit side I have written by balance brought down, that is written bank overdraft because of the cash never it is a negative in our hand. Okay, maybe maximum it is a zero, but not in negative. Okay, but not in negative. But whatever the bank balance, it's maybe it is in the negative because of taking overdraft facility from the bank. So that is the reason. So credit balance of bank balance, but not credit. That is a negative balance. That is a negative balance in the bank balance, but not negative balance of cash. Okay, that should be remembered. Next, wages and salaries, rent, rates and taxes, insurance, printing and stationery, postage and courier, advertisement, sundry expenses, telephone charges, entertainment expenses, audit fees. Okay, audit fees. Honorarium. Okay, already we discussed about that honorarium in discussion of income and expenditure account. Next, repairs and renewals, upkeep of ground, that is maintenance of ground, and conveyance, newspapers, periodicals, purchase of assets. Okay, and the next one, if you come to credit, the purchase of investments. Finally, whatever the difference amount is, okay, we should be credited to that is receipts and payment account by cash in hand or by bank. Okay, cash at bank. Okay, maybe sometimes maybe it's a two amounts also. Okay, but if it is a bank balance, it is in the negative, then we should be debit side, we should be write as a carry down amount, and income and expenditure account. Okay, this is the receipts and payment account. Okay, discussion of receipts and payment account. And if you come to the income and expenditure account, the balances of income and expenditure account is, here it is called as surplus. Okay, here it is called as surplus. Okay, or deficit. Means credits are incomes, no? Credit side is income, debits are expenses. Okay, and is there any credit is more and debit is less? Means income is more and debit expenditure is less, then that is called as surplus. Okay, that surplus is called as excess of income over expenditure. Excess of income over expenditure. Next, same as if it is a debit side is more, if it is debit side is more and credit side is less, then expenditure is more and income is less, then that is the difference is called as deficit. The deficit we should be write excess of expenditure over income. Excess of expenditure over income. Okay, that is only the balances in the income and expenditure account, and the balances of receipts and payment account we should be write as a carried on or brought down. But if you come to income and expenditure account, the balances of that is the difference amounts we should be write as a surplus or deficit. That is only the key points in this. Next one, we can go for balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet. In balance sheet, we should be start with capital fund, that is opening capital balance plus surplus in the current year. If it is there any losses, that is the deficit should be deducted from whatever the opening balance of capital fund. So from that to that, capitalize the income of the current year, like legacies, entrance fees, life membership fees. Okay, we can add to a capital fund also. Okay, there is no problem. Okay, so or otherwise you can write individually. Maximum we can add maximum, that is these are the amounts. Okay, legacies, entrance fees and life membership fees we should be add to capital fund. Next, specific fund or donations. That is specific funds means, that is just now we discussed na cricket kit. Okay, that is the amount received for cricket kit. Specific donations. So that is a specific donations. Is there any specific donations? From the specific donation, that is the opening balance of specific donations plus receipts for the item of during the period. Means current year whatever the specific donations received. Okay, next after that, less expenses paid out of specific donations. So the specific donation amount, how much amount we utilized for the specific purposes. Okay, after deducting this is the amount, then closing balance we should be right under liability side. Okay, and creditors for purchases. That is simply creditors. Next, bank overdraft. Next, any outstanding expenses, that is outstanding salaries, outstanding rent, outstanding commission, outstanding ground manager salaries, like that. Next, income received in advance. Like, that is rent received in advance. Like, that is the incomes. If it is received in advance, that is also its liability, and right. Okay, and write balance sheet under liability side. These are only the liabilities. Okay, in non-trading concern business. Next, if you come to the assets, that is a cash in hand. That is a whatever the receipts and payment account closing balance. Okay, that's we should be right here, and same as receipts and payment account, the closing balance of bank also we should be created it. We should be right under cash at bank. Okay, under receipts and payment account we should write credit side na. So credit side. Okay. Okay, so that is balance carry down. Okay, that is whatever is the credited amount here, we should be right under assets. Okay, so but is there any bank? Okay, debit balance. Okay, that is a credit balance of receipts. That is we should be right debit side as a by balance to balance carry down. This amount we should be right under liability side as a bank overdraft. Okay, next, outstanding incomes, prepaid expenses. Okay, outstanding incomes, prepaid expenses. Next, stock of consumable items, that is a previous year balance plus purchase in the current year period less value of consumed during the year. Remaining value we should be right in outer column. Next, investments value. Okay, next, outstanding subscriptions of current year or last year. Okay, next, interest receivable, rent receivable, prepaid expenses. Okay, next, stock of stamps, whatever the end of the year, whatever the stock, closing stock of stamps, we should be right under asset side. Next, stock of stationery. Next, stock of sports materials. Okay, at the end of the year, whatever the value of stock, that is a sports material, we should be right under asset side. Okay, same as that is the end of the year, whatever the book values also we should be right under asset side. Next, furniture and fixtures, land and building, clubs, ground and pavilion, and motor car. Okay, so and so assets. Okay, various assets we should be right under asset side. Okay, these are only the this is only the balance sheet of the one. Okay, so the difference of income and expenditure account, receipts and payment account. Okay, and balance sheet. Okay, these are only the important one. Finally, the balance sheet should be tallied. It should be equal. That is, liabilities and assets, it should be equal. Okay, this is only the balance sheet. It shows financial position of that non-trading concern business. Okay, from non-profit organization chapter. So there is a subscriptions, calculation of subscriptions, that is to be taken into income and expenditure account, and this is one, what is a subscriptions has to be credited to income and expenditure account. Okay, so that is only the calculation here. So in this one the information is available, whatever the these are the ones. In this first one, subscriptions actually received during the year. Okay, this is the amount is available in receipts and payment account on the receipt side as a subscriptions. To this amount, is there any outstanding subscriptions of the last year? Well, first of all, before going to these adjustments, first you can, okay, that is a subscription we has to be right under income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account, it shows the current year expenses and incomes only. Here, what is the current year income is generated in the books of account. That is only the important one, but not last year's and next year's one. Is there any last year's and next year's incomes? You should be remember. But if you received last year income, sorry, if you received current year income in last year, then that is the amount you should be add to here. So we can see what are the one. So first one, add outstanding subscriptions of the current year at the end of the year. Okay, so whatever the current year, for example, we are in the 2020. So that is outstanding subscriptions of the current year, and the current year, for example, total amount we received, total amount actually we received 12,000, but received only 10,000 rupees. Received only 10,000. Okay, in 2,000 more 2,000 is outstanding. So for current year, then it is 12,000. Okay, that is the 2,000 we should be add, because of that is a current year income only, but not received. Next one, subscriptions of the current year received in last year. Okay, received in last year means 2019 received of current year means 2020. In 2019 it is advance. Okay, 2019 it is shown as an advance. Okay, that is subscription received. Okay, subscriptions received in early. Okay, means that is subscription received in advance in 2019. Advance means that is to the next year only, na? So that is the next year income. So whatever the, okay, for example 500 rupees, that is also you should be at total 12,500 rupees you should be add to that one. Okay, and the outstanding subscriptions of the last year received in current year. Received in current year. Actually outstanding subscriptions of last year. So which year it is income? Last year income, but received in current year. Received in current year. Okay, so if it is received in current year, then you should be deduct from current year whatever the subscriptions received amount. Okay, that is only the main one. Next one, subscriptions of the next year. Subscriptions of the next year. Okay, subscriptions of the next year means received in 2020. Okay, received somewhat amount in 2020 as a next year means 2020-21. 2020-21 income received in 2020 only. That is the subscriptions of next year. If it is received in current year, then also it is not related to current year income. You should be deduct from current year receipts of the subscriptions. So finally, after these 4 adjustments, then you will get subscriptions of to be taken in income and expenditure account. Okay, these are only the briefly explanation of subscription. And if you required in some of the questions, income and expenditure account is given and we should be prepare receipts and payment accounts. In that situation, you can go for the receipt. Okay, reverse one means whatever the less items, it's become an add. Whatever, okay, and is there any add items, it's become a less. Then you will get subscriptions actually received during the year. Okay, subscriptions actually received amount. Okay, if you want received amount, then this is only the one. So this type of questions is asked in the short question. Okay, the subscription definitely it will get in the one of the short question. Okay, so long question also, okay, with adjustments is given. This short question definitely one of the question. Okay, be prepared and please be clear on this one, because of it is very important to short question as well as long question also. Okay, major income to the non-profit organization is subscriptions only. So every question there is a adjustment for subscriptions. Okay, should be clear on this concept of subscriptions. Next also it is ascertainment of stationery used to be taken in income and expenditure account. Okay, not only stationery, it is used for sports material also. Okay, also sports material. What is a sports material used? Okay, that is also to that one also this format can be used the one. So for example, here I given an example the one of the stationery. Okay, in that same place, if you are put into sports material, then it is sports material. So we can see the there is amount paid for stationery during the year. Amount paid for stationery during the year. Okay, you can start with the stationery paid amount during the year. Add stock of stationery at the beginning of the year. Okay, stock of stationery at the beginning of the year, you should be added. Add advance payment for stationery made at the end of the last year. Last year advance means that is related to current year only, na? So that should be add to whatever is the current year amount paid. Next, creditors for stationery at the end of the year. Okay, creditors for stationery. So stock of stationery beginning, creditors of stationery at the end, both of should be added. And the advance payment of the last year also is last year means advance in last year means it's current year. For example, 2019 advance. In the year of 2019, if it is in an advance, it is related to 2020. Okay, so that is the reason, that is the expenditure of 2020. So should be add to current year receipts of amount paid for stationery. Next, somewhat less items, that is creditors for stationery at the beginning of the year. Creditors for stationery at the beginning of the year, and stock of stationery at the end of the year, and advance payment for stationery made at the end of the current year. Okay, these are the ones it should be deducted. First one, creditors for stationery at the beginning of the year. Okay, creditors of the stationery, you should beginning of the year you should be deducted. Stock of stationery at the end of the year also you should be deducted. And less advance payment for stationery made at the end of the current year. Current year advance means 2020 advance means it's related to 2020-21. Okay, but not current 2020 expenditure. That is the reason, is there any advance payment for next year, you should be deducted from current year payments. That is on, then you will get stationery used. Okay, next one, ascertainment of the amount actually paid, that is expense as per income and expenditure account. Okay, and that is outstanding expenses in the beginning. Add prepaid expense at the end, both of should be added. Less outstanding expense at the end. Okay, outstanding expense at the end, that is you should be deduct it. And prepaid expenses in the beginning also minus it. Then you will get actual amount paid. Okay, that is a quite reverse. Okay, quite reverse to the whatever is the ascertainment of stationery. Here we calculated amount paid for stationery during the year to stationery used here. So that is a expenditure, that is a amount used, whatever is the debited to income and expenditure account to actual amount paid. Okay, that is, if you convert this, okay, that is a quite reverse of this. Okay, stationery used. Okay, here we can calculate it income and that is a receipts to income and expenditure. If you want income and expenditure amount to receipts and payment account amount, then these are the ones, it's becoming negative. Okay, the reverse one, that less becomes a plus. Okay, less items it will become a plus, and plus items it will be will become a negative one. That is only the shortcut to remembering. Remember these ones. Okay, and these are only the maximum adjustments in the in non-profit organization chapter. Okay, thank you. And if you require any new questions, please be WhatsApp to my number, that is 74168 622. 7H. And if you require any doubts, okay, please be contact to this one. And the new topics are okay. If you require any new topic also, maximum I will try to okay and explain and tell you. Okay, send the video to you. Thank you.